There's a reason why motivation demotivates a lot of people. Motivating tapes and programs can totally destroy your life. They can depress you and cause you great harm. And the reason is what I'm about to tell you. These things can sometimes be like a drug. There is no pill that you can take which will keep you eternally happy. Many people take a pill or several pills every day trying to do that, but it never works forever. People want to have a program, a videotape, an event in their life so that they don't ever have to worry about being motivated again. It won't happen. But there are things you can do to stay motivated. And let me tell you what I do every day. The things I do every day are I meditate, I say phrases in the morning and make some noise. I'll go into this more in depth. I read books. I read the scriptures. I pray. I read motivational emails every day. And because I've made that my habit, it keeps me motivated. But I have to do it daily. Let me go over some of these. Every day I sit down in my chair and I think, I start breathing deeply and I get into a meditation mode. It just takes a couple of minutes. I maybe spend 5 minutes on it. And I start thinking about the light of God, bright, white, golden light surrounding me, and all I have to do is breathe it in and it comes in through my pores and my whole body starts shining, and I breathe out and all the darkness leaves. And I do that a few times. I do that over and over, and I start thinking about myself in that state with this shell around me that all the bad things bounce off of and all the good things get through to me. And I get down in the sprinter's crouch and I sprint, and as I sprint, people are handing me money. I'm a salesman. They hand me money because there's things they want me to do for them. And I put that in my bank account. I just kind of grab it and it disappears in my bank account. And people are giving me money. And then at the end of that, I start thinking about a few other things. I think about church and how I can be a better missionary, and the wonderful things that could happen with that. Those are the things that I think about. I do that once again as I'm going to bed. I go through that same exercise and I fall asleep right away with wonderful thoughts going through my head. Another thing I do is after I do the meditation, I usually take my 10 coins and using my incredibly noisy coins, I repeat 10 times the phrase, I can and I will, I dare and I do. I do that for 10 coins. I can and I will, I dare and I do. And when I've done that 10 times, I do it for another phrase. Something better is coming to me now. And then I do it for another phrase. Everything is in flow. I'm letting go of all resistance to life. And I do it for one more phrase. I am going to really help someone today. And I do that 10 times for each of those, throwing my coins up and letting them hit on the ground and ring and ring and ring. And that motivates me. It helps me to remember that there's a plan for me and that things can go well and that things are going forward. Even if today they don't go great, they're going forward and God's got a plan for me. The next thing I do is I read books. I have all kinds of books that are motivational. Do I read them every day? No. But I do every once in a while. I have created motivational tapes for myself in my voice with things that I think are really cool. And one of these days, if you're interested, let me know and I'll put them up online. But they're just for me. I made them with a microphone. I also read scriptures every day. Reading the scriptures reminds me of how much God wants to bless me. And I read them every day without fail. Every day for decades. I pray every day. I pray every morning and night and a lot of times during the middle of the day. I read motivational emails. I ask people to send me emails. That's where I learned how to do the meditation tricks. It's from a guy named Matt Fury. There are lots of others. Now, I get the emails. If I don't like them, I say I don't want to be on your list anymore. So I've got 2 or 3 that come in every day that I read. Now, when I use all of these motivational methods, my life goes well. It might have a bad day, but life goes pretty well and I recover. But you know what? If I don't do it in the morning, if I don't start in the morning with this, that day things just don't go as well. I have checked. They don't go as well. The second day, I do less work. By the end of the week, I'm also getting grouchy and hard to live with. I haven't purposely experimented with this, but it happens because sometimes things get so busy I just say I can't motivate myself. I can't do my attitude work. So I have a checklist every day. Top thing on my checklist is attitude workout, and I do it. What I would strongly suggest is that you figure out what your attitude workout should be. You're welcome to use any of my ideas. I strongly suggest that you look up some motivational books, and then figure out how to make every day working on your attitude a regular part of your life. And if you do that, you're going to have a much better job search. You're going to be able to send out more resumes, do better in interviews. And when you've had 5 interviews that have totally bombed, you're going to be able to be up and happy for the 6th interview, the one where you actually are going to get a job. I'm Brian Dilts. My websites are howtoreallygetagreatjob.com and dilts.us. Plus I have an old one, agicc.com, which was my original website. I'm Brian Dilts. Have a great